There is almost no bigger and more powerful company as Apple at this moment. While Tesla and Elon Musk have had a sour-sweet relationship with Apple over the years, Elon Musk is finally connecting Apple and one of his companies. This time, it's going to be one of the biggest collabs of this year. If you think you know it all, wait and see all the hidden details of the new deal Elon Musk is working on. The remarks were made the day after Apple unveiled Emergency SOS via satellite, a feature that would let iPhone 14 users contact emergency services over satellite networks in places where there is no typical cellular reception. In order to power the satellite infrastructure for the service, Apple collaborated with Global Star Incorporated, the network provider stated in a regulatory filing on Wednesday. From the records, we know Apple isn't the first company to unveil a smartphone with a satellite connection. SpaceX announced cooperation with T-Mobile last month to deliver text messaging through satellite in places with poor or no service. However, it won't be accessible until next year. Huawei announced its Mate 50 series, which has satellite-enabled messaging, a day before Apple's presentation. However, Huawei products are not sold in the United States. So, does it mean Elon Musk and Apple deal is inevitable for the United States customer base? That cooperation, which won't go live until the end of the following year at the earliest, will be different from Apple's feature in that it will permit customer interaction. Apple claims that the short-distance satellite messaging service is only intended for use by emergency personnel. In locations where GPS or cellular connections do not typically function, the satellite infrastructure will enable interaction with Apple's Find My app, allowing hikers and explorers to be more precisely monitored by their friends. The Apple feature will debut in November of 2022 and is expected to be accessible for 2 years for free. However, the corporation did not disclose the cost beyond that first phase. Global Star stated that Apple is making hundreds of millions of dollars in the satellite network. It will be free to use the T-Mobile and Starlink functionality. SpaceX's grandiose Starlink project aims to build a constellation of thousands of satellites that will provide broadband internet access to the Earth. The business recently said it had more than 400,000 members and now has over 3,000 satellites in space. Apple's flagship iPhone is the center of the company's operations. However, the services portfolio, which now includes the App Store, Apple Music, Apple Care, Apple Pay, and licensing, has become the real moneymaker for the company. Moreover, non-iPhone gadgets like the Apple Watch and AirPods have become quite popular. Due to the increasing popularity of the Apple Watch and AirPods, Apple really controls the wearables and hearing aids businesses. Apple is a multi-trillion-dollar company with a market value that rings into trillions of dollars. Now, that's with a big T. However, it could well be worth much more if Tim Cook had opted to accept a meeting invitation from Elon Musk. A recent book claims that Elon Musk's insistence on becoming the merged company's CEO ended purchase discussions between Apple and Tesla. Although Elon Musk vehemently refuted this on Twitter with an intriguing detail that suggested that Cook declined to meet with him. Tim Cook then claimed that he had never spoken to Musk about such a transaction. Long before Tesla rose to become the most valuable car maker in the world on the stock market, the company's future was everything but certain. Apple started experimenting with electric car technologies at about the same time. Today, Tesla is valued at around $680 billion, even if it's less than the previous high of around $900 billion. This is still an increase above the $40 billion mark reached in 2016, when Tesla was having trouble growing and delivering vehicles effectively. Apple has stumbled in its own automotive goals. was the Apple unit charged with developing a self-driving vehicle, beginning and stopping, losing people, scaling down, rebooting, and generally not delivering anything noticeable and public despite years of investment. Additionally, there is no assurance that attending a meeting would have led to an acquisition or that an acquisition would have been successful. Many aren't, and Musk would have quarreled with any manager assigned to run his section. Apple may not have had the same level of vision, risk-taking proclivity, and masterful execution abilities that Musk has shown over the previous 10 years. Therefore, everything concerning the potential outcomes of a Tesla-Apple partnership is just a matter of time. On the surface, though, it seems like Apple blew a huge chance, and Tesla has bounced back from the short seller days to rank among the most important and valuable car businesses worldwide. No doubt, Cook wishes he had maybe chosen differently. Musk has a reputation for speaking his mind, isn't one to hold back from sharing his thoughts and feelings. Whether it's in favor of Twitter's Jack Dorsey or criticism of Facebook's lame design, Musk recently complained in an interview that iPhone software upgrades damaged his email system. Reports state that Musk was quizzed on whether or not technological process is inevitable. Musk used cell phones to illustrate how consumers have come to expect annual improvements. Musk has admitted that Apple develops terrific things that make you happy, but that the company hasn't been able to deliver on this promise in recent years. So it's fair to call him an Apple user, if not a devotee. Musk said, "There are hardly many items you can purchase that genuinely make you happy." In a 2018 interview, "I still believe Apple produces wonderful phones, and I still use an iPhone and all that. But Apple used to release revolutionary goods on a regular basis, goods that change the world. Although it still produces high-quality goods, less emphasis is placed on it." Every company needs a Tim Cook at some moment. Tesla is that company today. There is currently no obvious successor within the Tesla structure. Nobody is prepared to take over if Musk chooses to retire and concentrate on some of his other businesses, potentially SpaceX rocket launches. Obviously, Elon Musk is Tesla. Everything is in his hands. He disbanded the public relations department and now disseminates corporate news through Twitter. His last-minute idea was to add Falcon wing doors to the Model X. He was convinced that the company could develop an almost completely automated automotive production. He also added the opportunity to pay with cryptocurrencies, removed it and reinstated it for Tesla automobiles and services. Musk confesses that he drives most new initiatives at the company not because I want to, but because I have to. Early engagement in a company's history is advantageous. If the company's future depends on producing high-quality items, having one person in charge of everything might be fatal. For example, Musk later stated that building the machine that created the machine slowed Model 3 production for months and produced production hell. Musk subsequently recognized that developing an almost entirely automated factory was a mistake. Because of such a choice, Model 3 manufacturing has been delayed. Tesla is now grappling with many recalls issued in recent months for those older models, and the carmaker is continually plagued by claims of cars suffering from manufacturing flaws. Moreover, new vehicles, including the Cybertruck, have been pushed back until at least next year. These are the issues that a CEO must address with the assistance of a capable staff. For many years, Apple's business was inextricably linked to its CEO, Steve Jobs. He brought the firm back from the verge of insolvency and, along with his employees, developed a long-lasting corporation that helped spark the smartphone revolution. It's reasonable to assume that without Jobs, there would be no Apple. However, a company cannot remain dependent on one individual indefinitely. Tim Cook joined Apple in 1998 as Senior Vice President of Global Operations, overseeing the whole company's day-to-day operations. Before Steve Jobs' death in 2011, he was designated CEO. Cook has more than quadrupled sales and profit during his tenure. Cook does lack Jobs' charisma and vision. Instead, he selects competent individuals to perform their jobs and ensures that Apple remains profitable and produces high-quality goods. Tesla needs a Tim Cook-like manager who can help Elon Musk with transitioning Tesla to the next level. The car maker needs a leader or a leader in training who can continue to supply enjoyable features while also ensuring that electric cars are delivered on schedule and without hassles to consumers. Tesla must ensure that its customers have easy access to service facilities and can replace their vehicles promptly for many years. Whether you like it or not, rival manufacturers are catching up and eager to entice Model 3 consumers with their own EVs. Car deliveries are at all-time highs. However, there are still allegations or concerns with vehicle manufacturing quality. This is an issue that should have been addressed years ago. Tesla has been sending cars without a supplementary steering controller and neglecting to notify consumers of this omission. If the vehicles are to be FSD ready, that controller is required. And it's hard to find a better company than Apple that can do everything Elon Musk companies lack at. So, is it a good idea for Elon Musk to join forces with Apple to almost monopolize the sub-industry? Or is this going to be the worst thing ever that happened to Starlink? We will find out really soon. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.